Well, welcome to Ken's world. I've been away for a while. Kathleen hasn't let me do any videos at all. She seems to think that she rules the world and I can only do videos when she says that I can.
That's not true.
That's what happened. So anyway.
No, he got a bad tooth is what happened, and it put him under for a while.
Well, whatever. So, anyways, now she bought this bookshelf thing, or not, it's an organizer thing.
For cubes to put your organization cube things
And
in.
now I get to put it together. So, without any further delay, we'll start putting it together. What we do is follow the directions. If you're a man, directions are not your friend, but they're necessary, like a woman. All right, so
That's not nice.
my directions tell me that I need to find part number A, as in alpha.
So that is an A right here.
That's an A right there.
I think they might be able to see that A.
I think anybody can see that.
Well, it wasn't close enough.
And then
That's the longer shelf.
C. So we have a C right there,
Here's a C.
right there. And so if we look at these directions right here, then they tell us how to start assembling this organizer. So we're looking right here, just in case you don't know.
So don't take the little stickers off. So
Don't
it
take
tells
the
you-
little stickers off until you're completed with assembling the organizer unit. And as a matter of fact, this goes for all furniture that you buy and it's delivered to your home and then you assemble it. Don't take the stickers off until you're completely done, because if something happens and you put a part in the wrong place,
Then you're messed up.
then you messed up. If you don't know what part to put where, yeah, don't take the stickers off.
Until you're through.
Alright, so now it says that I need to take part A and then use part number 2, which is one of these dowels here. It's a short one, so if you look right here, it tells you that number 2 is a short dowel, and it's, what is it? 2 inches long. And then if you look at this one, this is a long dowel. And if you look at this one's about 3 inches long. So, those are the parts that we're going to be working with right now, because you can see that 2 goes here, 2 goes here, and then 2 goes here. And then down here on this one, you have 3. 3 goes into that one. So, let's start putting this together and let's see if we can actually put this together. Oh, correction. So this is 1.5 inches long, and this is 2.5 inches long. It actually tells you right here how long each piece is. So, you have to forgive me because I am a man, and men usually don't follow instructions. We usually just try to put things together because we're supposed to have common sense when we put things together. But to be honest with you, we usually put it together about 2 or 3 or 4 times because we didn't read the directions. So always read the directions before you start your assembly.
Hey, I can give you kudos for that.
Well, it's the truth, and it's not fair, but we can't really do much without a woman. So that's why we have Kathleen here today. Now, granted, she doesn't have many uses, but when it
Not
comes
for
to
building
holding a
stuff.
camera, she's top notch.
So this video is for people that are young, that's never put together furniture. Maybe you're putting something together for your dorm room or whatnot. So, you know, it's for people that's really never done this, and so he's giving you some instruction on it.
Yeah, what she said. So these are the number 2, and you can see they're about 1.5 inches long dowel. And so in the picture, it shows it going one in this end. So don't get too excited, but you put it in a hole, and then this one you put in the other hole.
Shut up. Y'all, he's got a weird sense of humor. Just forgive him for that. And I hope nobody's too young
All right.
that's watching this.
So now for part
Surely
A,
not.
we have done what it told us to do. Now it tells us to grab part C. So we'll grab a part C, and we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take part C,
And put the little dowels in the end.
and I'm going to put the little dowels in the end. So I'm going to put this dowel in this hole, and then I'm going to put this dowel in the other hole.
And it's the same length on the one from before,
Okay.
right?
It's a 1.5 inch because remember it's part number 2.
Okay.
It's all in the diagram.
Oh, okay. So it tells you on each board
Tells you
which
on
one.
each board what to do.
Okay.
All right. So feels like it didn't go in. I'm sure it did not go in correctly because the rest of them went in, and you can see where it's just a little bit sticking out, and this one's got a lot sticking out. So something's not quite right.
Did you put it in the correct way?
Well, there's only one way to put it in. So I'm going to tap it lightly here with my scissors, see if I can get it to go in further. And it goes in. Ah, there we go. So now it went in until I could feel it. It was firmly in place. It bounces pretty good when you got it firmly in place. So now I'm done with that. So now we go to part D. So this is part D. It's got a D right here. So for this D, it says to put in 2 of the number 4. So let me no, 2 of the number 2, but it says 4 times.
Oh, okay. So does it have 2 on each side?
Well, but this one says the opposite. This is number 3 2 times. Oh, I think you do this on 4 pieces.
4 pieces. Okay.
Okay, is that possible? Let me see.
Maybe their directions are not so great.
Well,
Maybe they need to be a little bit more straightforward with their
maybe they didn't do
directions.
straightforward. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to put this one in this hole,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to put this one in the other hole.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And that's it for that one, huh?
Well, let me see here. It just says to put it in those 2, so I'm going to assume that that's what they want us to do. So now it said 4 times.
So in all 4 of the small ones.
So I'm going to say
2 in each one of those.
So I put 1 in this hole, and then I put another in the other hole. Right there. Alright. And then I'm going to do it again.
You grabbed 2 a minute ago. Did you get the other one?
I don't know what your question means.
I think you grabbed 2 boards a second ago. Did you get...
No, I grabbed 1 board,
Oh,
and then I grabbed another board,
okay.
and now
Sorry.
I grabbed a 3rd board, and I'm about to grab a 4th board because it says 4 times. So I'm assuming that means 4 boards.
Yeah. Okay, well, I just thought I saw you pick up 2. Sorry. I'm on the other side of the camera. I can't...
I tapped
Really?
it in lightly, so it's nice and all the way in there. We don't want any problems when we're trying to put it together. Just don't hit it hard, just lightly, just to get it in there. You don't want to break anything. Once it's broken, you can't unbreak it. All right, this is 4 here. Okay. Okay, so that's 4 times. And then it says to take this one 2 times. So this is 2 of the D's, but this time instead of using a number 2, we're going to use a number 3 dowel. All right, so I have number 3 dowels, here. And these are the ones that are 2.5 inches long.
Yeah, and it's a good thing just to separate them so they don't get all mixed together.
Yeah, I separate things so they don't get mixed up. Alright. And so I put this piece in there. I'm not sure how far it goes down, so I'm just going to tap it just to see if it goes any further. Let me see. And it does. And now it stops about right there. Remember, there's no need to tap it hard. You just tap it lightly and then it'll go into place. When you feel it.
Yeah, because they are made of kind of a plastic thing, the little dowels. Or whatever you call them. I guess that's what you call
When
them.
you feel it and it feels like it's solid in there, then you're as far as it's going to go. And put another one right here. And another one.
Oh, so that's the one that has 4 on each.
That is the one that has 4. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And that is what letter?
This is number 3. And the board is D as in David.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay.
This one needs to go a little further. I can hear it.
That one's being stubborn.
Okay, I think that's solid now. Now we got to do
You'll
it
find
one
out.
more time. One more time. So we're going to put this one in this hole. And this one in the other hole. Alright, and I'll tap these in. Make sure they're all in place. Okay. Yeah, don't use a hammer for your tapping. Use something light, like these scissors, for instance. This is what I use to open the packaging. You can use a box knife, but the thing about a box knife is it might cut the contents of the box, and you don't want to do that. Let's see. Okay, got that in there. Yeah, it sounds nice and solid. I think we're all right. Okay. Okay, now we got all our pieces there that it asked for. So now that I have my pieces, I'm going to venture to the next page. So this was page 1, or step 1, right here. So we've got those tasks completed. Okay. So now, and it tells you right here, after you put the dowels in place, that it should be sticking out approximately 3/8 of an inch. And this one should be sticking out approximately 1 inch. Okay, so it looks like we've got everything in there about right, I think. In my opinion, it looks a bit longer than an inch, but that's as far as it's going to go. Alright, so step number 2. Here it tells us how to assemble the pieces. So we have A, C, C. So the 2 C's are in the middle, and then A is on the bottom. So this is the top, this is the bottom, and these 2 are in the middle. And then when we get to step 3, we're going to use the B boards that are right there. And
Those are the B
there's a
boards.
B on it, but you have to flip it around to see the B.
Yeah, that one has the B on it.
You have to listen to what I say, and you have to flip this around to see the B. So there's a B right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, okay.
So it tells you which board.
Oh, no, that's a C. I'm sorry. Over here,
Correct.
this is a B. I'm sorry.
No need for
My-
foul. No need for foul.
my
language.
bad,
No
my
need
bad,
for-
my
no
bad.
Need, no need for foul language.
My bad, boy.
All right. All right. So now, okay. So what we're going to do is oh, good. All right. So
He wants to be a movie star today.
I'm just going to set these to the side because we're not ready for the C's yet, just yet.
Buddy.
So
Oh,
All right.
him's
so
a movie
now-
star today.
And I'm just gonna set these off to the side because, as far as I know, we're done with these for the moment. I've got some extra pieces here. I've got 5 of extra of those. It's making me wonder if
It
I'm
may go somewhere else.
missing something. I guess they'll get to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find out. Maybe it's just extra pieces.
Could just be extra pieces, but something odd about that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. All right. So we're doing exactly how it just demonstrates it in the directions, though, so we should be okay. All right. So now this thing is dusty. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll clean it up when we're done.
Yeah. Well, it's the dust from the wood stuff or whatever that stuff is.
So what we want, I'm going to take this C-board and, oh, you know what? Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, yes. I see why we have extra pieces now,
Oh, okay.
huh? Okay, it makes sense. Okay. If I go
Because
back
those were
to-
over there and you didn't see them.
If I go back to this illustration here, so it tells us for each of these boards, the A and the C, we do this 2 times. So that means that
Those pieces go in there.
we take our there we go. We take our number 2 dowel, the 1.5" dowel, and so we'll put another one here in this hole, and then we'll put another one
And that's in the C-board.
in the other hole. This is the A board.
A-board. Okay.
Okay, so we got an A board here, we got an A board there. So A represents the top and the bottom of the unit.
Okay.
C represents the middle
Okay.
of the unit, and B represents the sides of the unit.
Okay.
Okay, so got that one. So what I need to do is I need to get, so I got BB,
C.
need to get one more C, and then put an 1.5" dowel in either end of this C board. And I'll put one in this hole,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll put one in the other hole. Right here.
So this is not actually too hard. You just got to really follow directions
Just
and
gotta
keep
follow
your
directions.
yeah. But for people that's never done it before, you know, this is helpful.
Yeah. And you've got to be crazy about a girl named Kathleen to do something like this. I'm telling you. Okay, so there's not much I wouldn't do for the woman. Alright, so alright, so now we move on to the next step. Alright, so remember, now it's telling us which boards to assemble in which order. So, we'll start with the A right here, and I'm going to put a D board into the A board, and let's see if it fits good. It looks, it feels a little off to me. Let me flip it around. I'm going to see if it fits a little better this way. Let's see. Let's see here. That one goes there. I like that one better, I think.
Okay. Maybe if you lay the
Yeah, that's
big
nice and
board,
flush on both.
start to say maybe if you lay the big board flat
This-
down.
Well, this is going to be the front of the unit. I can tell because this is, it's about a 1/16 of an inch or so inside the unit.
Yeah, but do you get what I'm talking about? If you flip this over and then stick the boards on top, maybe it'd be easier to stick them in there.
I'm sorry, but you're not making any sense right now.
That's because I'm a woman and we think different.
Well,
okay.
I mean, what are you saying exactly?
I'm saying put this flat down on the table so that you can just put the board straight on top.
That's not what the directions say to do.
Oh, okay. Well,
You have to
sorry.
follow the directions explicitly, otherwise you're going to have a catastrophic failure.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
learn from this then.
All right. So,
I'm just thinking easier.
there's nothing easier about doing it wrong.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, okay. Now I'm going to see if this one goes correctly on here. And the goal is to try to get it assembled in just one attempt instead of 20, what it usually takes. All right. So, let me see. That's a nice fit. Nice fit. Yep, that's a good one, I think. Okay. Okay. No, that's good enough. How about that?
Okay. Well, once you place another one on there, I'm sure it'll probably get a little tighter fit on it.
Okay, so now we've got A, and then it says to put the C board. Okay, so we're going to put a C board. We're going to put a C board in here. You see, there's C, right there, right there. And then I'm going to take a D board. This is one of the ones with the 2.5-inch dowel because it needs to go through this piece of wood and that piece of wood.
Mm.
So we'll put this
So
one
they make it a little bit harder.
in place right here.
It's like putting a puzzle together, kind of.
A little bit.
Yeah. A cube puzzle.
All right, so we got that one in there. It's a nice fit. Fits pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then we're going to take the other
D board.
D board. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put it in the two holes simultaneously. Okay. Just like we did the other one. We have their audience over here.
Yes, we do. And let me just put him on here because he wants to
He wants to
be
be
seen.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it.
Yeah.
I know you want me to go outside, but I'm not going to right now because it's hot.
It's hot outside.
That's why you don't want to go out by yourself. I don't know why. I mean, I can understand it's hot.
It's hot. Let's see.
And happy 4th of July to everybody. This is the 4th of July, and we are doing this instead of anything else right now.
All right. And you ask yourself, why are we doing this instead of something else? It's because I'm crazy about Kathleen. That's why.
And it's because I'm ADHD, OCD, and I've got to have stuff fixed right. And right now, it's not fixed right. And until it is, I'm sorry, I may sound crazy to some, and maybe to some not. But I've got to know where my stuff is. It's got to have a home. And my mind thinks a lot better, and I'm much nicer when I have things organized and know where they are. So this will help out immensely.
Okay, so we got that one to go in there. That one feels pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Okay, now we're getting there.
Well, that's
Okay,
good.
so now I'm going to have another C board. So I have another C board here. And so I'm going to put this C board.
You need to move it back a little bit so you have more space because there's room.
Excuse me?
There's room back here to push it over a little bit if you need to.
Woman, please remain silent until your silence is no longer necessary. All right, so.
Oh, there's lots of things I could say to you, but I'm not going to say it on here.
I know. All right. So.
Any other woman watching this will say it for me.
What? What? All right. So, let's see. I'm putting this one in this hole. Come on. There it is. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Putting it in 2 holes at once is not easy sometimes. All right.
Ha ha.
Okay. Oh, the cat ran off. Come back.
Yep, it scared him.
All right. All right. Now,
When you gave that a pop there at the end, that one fell off.
it did. But the good thing
So,
is,
if you-
it's much easier to put back.
I probably need to be standing on that end, kind of holding on to it, so
Now,
that
we'll turn
it,
it like this.
or maybe put it against the chair, and maybe that'll keep it from moving.
Like this. I think it's probably good enough.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have 2 more D's. And so now I'm going to put a D here.
I think that goes the other way, or does it? Because look at the bottom of it.
I don't understand.
See the bottom?
What do you?
Or never mind.
I don't think.
Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Remember, you're supposed to remain silent.
Never mind. I was just thinking that was the bottom. It's not.
You do
Okay.
best work when you're silent.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Well, when it comes to stuff like this, I do, because I don't know what I'm doing with it.
I heard something.
That's why he's putting it
interesting.
together.
I heard something interesting. I was watching some videos, and there was this guy. He said they asked him if he had what if he's learned in his life, and he said he learned that if you touch your top lip to your bottom lip, you will shut up.
Ho, 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 ho.
Okay.
You need to do your little Beetlejuice talk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do.
I don't. Sorry.
And the laugh, man, that's just...
I can't do something that I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. And it's hilarious, because you sound just like Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice. You should show the people you've got talent.
I should show the people that you're
Ow. I'm running over a box.
accident prone.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so now I've got all the pieces together.
That's all? Except for the sides?
I think you're onto something.
Oh, well, okay. I'm finally getting it.
Yeah. So now we'll take this one. Remember, this is part number B. So B
is the
is
sides.
the side.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to take this B and I'm going to pull this table out a little bit more because the chair's in my way. Here. There we go. That'll do.
I think since I know that it's just going in there, I'm going to get on, well, there's
What?
nothing, there's nothing to hold over there. I'm sorry. Nothing. I thought that there was another thing that would pop off over there, but there's not, I don't think.
Remember, you're not supposed to be speaking or thinking.
You need to watch it. Honey.
Excuse me? What was that? What was that?
He hates rosemary and pickles, and
Hey.
he may end up with some if you don't watch it.
What I love is Kathleen, but if you can't tell, she hates me.
I do not.
Oh, she does. All right, so almost together on this end. Okay, popped out. So it's a little tricky getting all these holes aligned. Hey, Gummy. Now that one came out. Okay.
At this point, do you think it'd be easier to set it on the floor? And
Absolutely
then-
not.
Well, I mean,
That would be catastrophic.
you could put all the pressure from the top of it down, and it would all just like lock
You're
in
not
place.
doing your part.
Okay.
Okay?
Whatever.
You're supposed to stand there, hold the camera, and look pretty.
Don't listen to me.
That's your job. Stand there, look pretty, hold the camera. All right. So we're almost right.
What you got to say? Huh? What you want? You just want to talk? He's a little monkey cat. He wears a little monkey hat. Him so sweet.
Okay, so ta-da! Now that we have
The bottom or top or whatever that is on.
it's the side.
Yeah, because you can actually set it up vertical or horizontally. So,
It doesn't matter once you get it assembled.
yeah. It's just whichever way you want to put it up. It can stand horizontally or vertically. So, whatever room you've got to work with, that's just what you do and however you like it. And this would be good for a child's room, a dorm room, just anywhere in your house that you want to
Okay.
use those fabric boxes to
So now I
put
have
things in.
successfully placed B in its place. So, what we're going to do now to make sure that it stays securely in its place is we are going to use one of the, I think it's a part number, I want to say it's a part number 1. Yes, a part number 1. So we look over at our packaging here, and
It's labeled, I guess.
it should be labeled. There is a 1. Marks the packaging. So I'm going to take a part number 1. It's a screw. And I'm going to take my scissors and cut the packaging open. And then I will drop the contents of my package into this handy dandy plastic
Container.
container.
It's an organizing container.
'Cause it's
So you're
easier-
organizing right now.
It's easier to keep track of the stuff if it's in a container, not falling on the floor.
That's exactly what I've been telling you.
Woman,
You're
I told you
learning.
that from the beginning. That's why I told you to go find you a container like a good little woman.
Hey.
All right, so now we are putting these screws into their holes like this. I'm going to put 2 in this end. This should keep the board from moving anymore. So I'm going to put 1 more here.
At the bottom here, or top, whatever it is, top, bottom.
I'm going to put 1 here.
So it's 4 in each side.
I'm going to put another one here.
Well, actually, no.
8.
8.
8 in each side.
8 in each side. Okay.
Because 2 times 4 is 8.
Yeah, I just didn't see the other holes there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the other side of the camera. You got to realize that.
Oh, well. Okay, so we got that. Let me see. If I look at the beginning of this thing, does it
You can
tell
see
me
if I
like
put
a-
it together, it'd be crooked.
Let me see here. Okay, so and okay, so it says that the tools that we need is 1 hammer and 1 Phillips head screwdriver. Now, I don't recommend the hammer, but because some people might get carried away with it, but the screwdriver would be a very good idea. It says do not use like a cordless screwdriver, a powered screwdriver. Don't use that because if you do,
It's going to strip it.
You'll strip the hole out. So
Okay.
when you do tighten it up, you just want to tighten it hand tight.
Uh-huh.
And when it starts feeling a little tight, stop. All right. So
Yeah, because you don't want
now-
to strip it out. You can do that with a hand screwdriver too if you keep twisting
That's
it.
why you want to stop when it
Yeah.
gets firm. Firm,
Yeah.
it'll stop.
Right.
Let me get a screwdriver real quick.
Okay.
Because I failed
There
to...
should be one in that drawer. What kind do you need?
I feel it.
I think there's in there. They are in there. I don't know what I just said. I was speaking a different language. Hello, boy. I know this room's messy right now. We gotta fix it up.
I have a Phillips head screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know this is a Phillips head screwdriver when you look at it and you see the tip that looks like that. It's a
It's
pointed...
the rounded, pointed tip.
Right. Like a 4-point star.
And the flat head would be the flat.
We don't want a flat head. We just
Yeah.
want a Phillips head.
Right, because that's what the screw is.
Okay, so now I'm just going to tighten up these screws, and this will make our next part even easier. So I'm just going to tighten it up, not too tight, just tight enough to hold it together. Okay, nice and firm. I'm going to do this end. And then this end.
So y'all, right now we're just screwing in screws on both sides.
We're screwing.
We're going to put the other B board, yes, that's a B,
Yeah.
B board on this side.
Yes.
And we're going to fit it in with the little pegs there, dowels, whatever you call them. And once that's fitted on, you're going to do the same thing with the screws, I think. Is that right?
That is exactly the same thing that we did on that end.
Okay, so they're exactly the same thing, and then we'll show it to you when we've got it all put together. And you're continuing on?
Okay, so now we've got A, B, C, and D all securely fastened together. So it's not going anywhere. Okay, so now we're going to flip to page number 4. Okay. Oh, now there is 16 of these little pieces, and I think we should probably just wait until the very end. These are the caps that cover the screws that we put in. Do you see this one here?
This, I think. Hold on.
Well, no, you're in the
Okay.
middle, and it should be over here.
Oh,
Right
sorry.
there.
Right there.
So you see the screw here, and then this is the button that covers the screw head. So that's item number 6 right here. You can tell it's got a number 6 there, and that's the little plastic caps that go over the screws. But because we're still going to be moving this thing around, I'm going to wait till the very last to put these pieces in. That way they don't get popped out when we're moving it around and whatnot.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm going to move on to page number, I'm assuming 4 comes after 3.
You're right.
So, yes it does, look. So now we have, if you look on here, we have these E boards right here, and these E boards are fastened to the unit using nails. Okay, so the nail is part number 4. There's 40 of those, and then there's I believe that's an anchor, but we'll worry about that later.
40 nails. I hope you don't have to use all 40 on it.
You should use all 40.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's what's going to hold the case and keep it from moving around and breaking and whatnot.
Okay.
All right, because you got to remember this is wafer board, so it's not like wood.
Yeah,
This
but
is-
it's heavy like wood.
It's
and
heavy
it
like
looks
wood.
like wood.
Yeah, but it's wafer board. So with wafer board can break pretty easy because basically it's just wood particles glued together to form a board.
But, okay.
All right. So,
But it does look nice.
And if you get it wet, it will destroy it.
Okay.
So you can't let these things go outside or in the weather. You don't want humidity, anything like that. These are for indoor use only. All right. So, okay. So So now, oh, I'm going to have to get a hammer.
Okay.
So will you excuse me while I get a hammer?
Sure.
All right. All right, so now we have the unit put together. We have all the screws put in. Everything's firmly in place. So now it's time to put these pieces. This is part E. This is what's going to be holding the shelf together to keep it from falling apart and whatnot.
And that's where you put the nails in, right?
That's where you put the nails. And you notice
Okay.
that there's 2 nail holes here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So that's 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So we have 40
Okay.
nails.
All right.
All right. So I've inspected the cabinet or the
Cube organizer.
organizer cube, and I've inspected both sides, and I found a flaw on this side right here. So you'll notice that the particle board is kind of chipped right there. So since this side is chipped, I don't want it facing out, so I'm going to make this the back side, and then I'll just cover it with these like this, and then we'll put these in their places. One in the middle right there, and make it like that so you can know which is top, bottom. That's going to be the top. This will be the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll put this one here. Okay. So now we need to find our next piece, which is our nail. And does our nail have a number? I wonder. Let me see. Does our nail have a number? Let's see. Oh, the nail does have a number. It's number 4.
Okay.
All right, so then we find the package here labeled number 4, and then we know that these are the nails that we're going to use to nail this or to hammer this together.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to use my scissors here to open this package, and then I'm going to just dump the nails into this
Container.
so that it's easy to get to them. And then what I'll start doing is I'll take my hammer. I'll make sure that the edges don't like overlap or anything, because we don't want it sticking where it's in view and ugly. We want it to be as pretty as possible, because Kathleen only likes pretty things, except for me.
Oh.
All right, so I'll start on this outside corner, and these things are pre-holed. So let's see. Okay, so that's going pretty good.
You're just gonna barely tap them in until you get them all lined up, right?
Yeah, I would do that, and then that way if you have to adjust anything, it's just easier all the way around. Okay, here's that one. Here's this one. And then this one. And then this one. And then this one. We're doing really good so far, I think.
Good.
Feels nice, and well, I don't know. I don't like that one. So I'm just going to pull these out. That's why I didn't want to tap it in all the way. If I need to adjust something, it's easier to do it like this. So I'm going to take this screw out.
No, nail. Not
Or
screw.
nail. Sorry, I'm sorry.
See, I am good for something.
Well,
No comment on that.
I know that you're good for looking very pretty. That's one thing. The reason I adjusted that is because I felt my finger right here, and it felt like this panel was a little bit too far into the view here. I don't want it to be in view at all. Okay. Because I want it to look pretty, like Kathleen.
Maybe do the corners first,
How about I'm going to do this one next?
and that way they're all lined up around the corners.
How about I'm going to do this one next? And then I'm going to do this one. And then I'll put a nail in this one. And then I'll put a nail in this one. Okay, so everything's nice and clean feeling and looks good. So we're gonna hammer it home. Don't have to hit it hard, just drive it into the wood. We'll see when it's in all the way. Once it's in, it's in. Okay. Okay, and then that's it. And then we're going to do this 4 more times, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so now we've got all these panels nailed securely on the back of this thing, so that'll keep the unit from coming apart or wobbling or anything like that. So now it's ready to be used, except for one last thing. You remember the screws, they had the caps that go in them. So we're going to take that now. Part number 6. So I'm going to open this guy, and
How do you know it's a guy?
I'm going to open this day, whatever you call it these days. Okay, and then there we go. So I'll put it in the container so it's easy to find. So now I'm just going to take a button and I'll press it into the screw here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to wait till you get down here so they can see what you're doing. I'm sure they could probably
You can
figure
see,
it
I can
out.
show you right here. So here's a screw,
Mm-hmm.
and so this button will just go into the screw head.
Just push it on.
So you just kind of line it up with the screw head and push it in. Just like that, and it covers the screw.
Isn't that nice? So you
Okay.
don't have to look at screws.
And so we'll do
Cool.
that 16 times, because there's 16 screws, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, so now we have completed the assembly of this, what'd you call it again?
It's an organizer cube.
Organizer cube. Okay, so now it's ready to be used, and so we have put in the screw hole covers.
So you don't see
Everything's-
the screws at all.
Don't see the screws at all. It looks real nice. The stickers are still on the inside, but Kathleen will remove those in a little while. No big deal.
I'm
Just
gonna
take your
dust it
thumbnail and
down.
just take it off, and then that is it. That's how you assemble one of these units. And just like any other piece of furniture that you get for your home, it requires assembly. You just follow the instructions from step 1 all the way to the final step, and then everything should be assembled correctly. So if you found this video helpful, just like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, please give him a thumbs up because it helps the video go out, and there's plenty of people out there that lack knowledge of how to put furniture together, me being one, so this video actually helps me. I think I could actually go and put one together now. I mean, I know it's not that hard, but for some people like me, it is. So people that really have never done this before and kind of get messed up with the directions, we hope this helped. So please give him a like, subscribe, share, and get these videos out there for people that need to learn how to do these things. Thank you, and y'all have a great 4th of July.